Hey folks, it's Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. And yeah, I don't know which of these I'll upload first because I'm doing them at the same time. But nice guy named Tony, he was nice enough to send me money via PayPal to go watch 3 movies at the theater. So I did. I checked out Equalizer 2, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, and this movie. So thanks to Tony for that, for sending me a good chunk of money. And hey, if anyone ever wants to do that, feel free to ask for my PayPal. But no, no one has to do that. But it's appreciated. Now, I guess I'll upload the reviews. Equalizer 2, a film I did not like. Not much at all. Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, it was alright. And then this movie, really enjoyed it. The best film of the year so far to me. Like, I really enjoyed Mission Impossible Fallout. I only have like one nitpick. Other than that, fucking good ass movie. And there's going to be spoilers, but it's fast paced. This film is a long movie, but it doesn't feel long because it's always chugging along, and then it's like cool stunt work, action scenes, Tom Cruise working his fucking ass off. The score is actually pretty damn good. Give credit, the score is actually pretty solid. The cast, you have Ving Rhames coming back, Simon Pegg, Alec Baldwin, Henry Cavill. He did fine. I gotta admit, Henry Cavill wasn't that bad in the movie. He wasn't bad at all. He was fine. Also, I forget Michelle Monaghan. I always forget how to say her name. She was in Mission Impossible 3 as Tom Cruise's wife. She makes a small appearance in this. Now, I reviewed all the Mission Impossible films. The first one I really enjoy. The second one I do not. The third one I think is pretty solid. Fourth one I hated. Ghost Protocol I think is the worst one. Rogue Nation I was a very welcome surprise. And this one is one of the best of the series. I don't know which one I would pick as the best, but and the same director who did Rogue Nation did this one. And yeah, that guy, man, if he makes movies, if he makes Mission Impossible films as good as this one and Rogue Nation, he should do all of them. If it could be this good, and Rogue Nation good, and it is a lot of direct references to Rogue Nation. So I would say watch, if you've never seen Rogue Nation, watch that one before watching this one. Otherwise, you'd be kind of lost in certain stuff. The plot, Rogue Nation, you have this group called the Syndicate taken down, but through that, this terrorist, what was it group? A terrorist group called the Apostles. They come about. They stole some plutonium. They gotta get it back. They would have gone back, but Tom Cruise saves Ving Rhames. In saving Ving Rhames, the plutonium gets stolen. People get pissed, but they're going to go off and get him back. Henry Cavill joins up. And again, the spoilers right now. You already know Henry Cavill's going to be the bad guy. If you watch the trailers, or just look at Henry Cavill, his mustache alone tells you he's a villain. So that's not a surprise. But Henry Cavill did fine. The action and stunt set pieces are fantastic. They're pretty fucking amazing, to be honest. You have one of the best helicopter chases I've seen ever in the finale. You have lots of constant action. You have good fisticuffs when they happen, like the bathroom sequence, or he's talking to this lady and people try to stop him and the lady, and he's just whooping ass. You have this cool car chase. At least them being stuck in a narrow alleyway. They at least are a motorcycle. Then they get this guy, and then I'll get to that. A nice foot chase when he's chasing after Henry Cavill, which leads to the scene that people have heard of or seen on YouTube where he jumps and doesn't quite make it. He fucks up his foot. They kept the shot in the movie. It looks as painful as it sounds. Tom Cruise, I like him as an actor. I've always liked Tom Cruise ever since back in the day of watching Born on the 4th of July, which is a good flick, Days of Thunder, which I love, Top Gun, which I like, Cocktail, well, maybe not Cocktail, but barely fucking remember Cocktail except the song Bermuda, Bermuda, oh, I wanna lay ya. That's like the only fucking thing I remember of Cocktail. But I like Tom Cruise, Jerry Maguire. And like I said, a good chunk of the Mission Impossible films. 1, 3, 5, and now this one, part 6. There's some nice twists and turns of the story. Fine, I'm not getting spoilers now. Near the beginning of the film, where there's these 3 nuclear attacks because throughout the world because he didn't get the plutonium and he saved Ving Rhames and he's mad and sad and telling this guy who's chained up to the bed. And you realize it was fake news and the reporter was Simon Pegg in a mask, and it got me. And granted, as it kept going, I'm like, wait a minute, is there something to this? And then there was. I'm like, okay, you got me. You got me. But they were able to get the info. You have this hell of a jump sequence, halo jump sequence, where Tom Cruise and Henry Cavill, like Tom Cruise is chasing after Henry Cavill and has to rescue him, and I think they almost get hit by lightning at one point, and like the way it's filmed, the way it's shot, more than likely Tom Cruise probably did do a chunk of that as a real halo jump. But that was definitely the opposite of choppy, definitely the opposite of shaky cam, which I appreciate. You don't know how much I appreciate. There's no shaky cam in the movie. When fight scenes, action scenes happen, you know the geography, you know what's going on. So you have this cool sequence with the halo jump. They get into this party, and pretty soon after, you have the bathroom sequence where him and Henry Cavill are fighting this guy, and it's pretty badass. Throwing the guy through the glass, and Tom Cruise shoving the guy through walls, and very nicely done choreography. Then soon after, he tosses his lady, he's got to whoop more ass. Then talks with this girl and says, well, if you want this info and you want one of these plutonium things, you need to rescue this guy who was our bad guy in the previous film. And nice bits that the director did. For example, Tom Cruise imagining what she wants him to do, and there's no sound, it's just music. And like, whoa, she wants me to, and then we're shown, killing all these cops and all this stuff, and he's like, no, there's a better way to do this. And it's just fucking ramming and knocking the fucking van into the water. And then again, Ving Rhames and Simon Pegg to pick him up. While him and Henry Cavill get in this car chase, they get stuck in this narrow alleyway. His motorcycle won't stop, so this really cool motorcycle scene where the cops are chasing him and he's going the wrong way, like 2 times he has to go the wrong way. And just a very extensive chase sequence. when he's on a motorcycle, but it's well shot, it's well filmed, doesn't get boring. And then quickly soon after, there's another chase as this girl who we saw in Rogue Nation, the previous film, she wants the guy that Tom Cruise has to rescue, and then she's chasing Tom, and Tom's driving this car, and some good stunts by Tom, like when he flies off the motorcycle before that. Oh, and before that, there's another cool bit where after he flies off the bicycle and he gets to meet with Ving Rhames and Simon Pegg, Tom has this nice scene where this random policewoman tries to talk her down. She gets shot by these assholes, and John Wick style, although he did a bit of this in Collateral as well, shoots the four guys, fucks them up, takes care of just this random person. We never see him again, but it shows the nice, ethics of Ethan Hunt, how good of a person he is, trying to calm this person down, saying, hey, you're going to be all right, saving this person, not wanting someone to die because of him. So it makes me like the character more, root for the character more. And then that's when, boom, there's another chase. I'm like, shit, man. It's like, this movie really fucking goes and doesn't stop. I applauded for that. And the plot's, intriguing enough. What twists and turns are going to happen. There's some bits of humor. Simon Pegg does he does a good job, and so does Tom Cruise as well. Like there's a part where Simon Pegg goes, "Well, how are you not going to get me killed? How are you sure of that?" And then Tom Cruise pauses, like, "I'm working on that." That gave me a chuckle. Some stuff I didn't see coming, like the bit where Henry Cavill is talking to the bad guy, then you realize he's giving himself away because Simon Pegg is wearing it. I'm like, oh, should have seen that coming, but you got me. So there's some nice twist that I'm like, okay, you got me on that. Yeah, shoot out a tunnel. Sadly, Alec Baldwin gets stabbed. Again, really well done foot chase where Tom is chasing after Henry Cavill and he's chasing, going up and going around and going off rooftops. Uh, has to jump through a window. Doing all this stuff to get to Henry Cavill, including the mistake jump where he, fucked up his foot. And one thing leads to another. They gotta go to, I think, somewhere in India. This thing with these two bombs, and you can't disarm one or it'll blow up the other. So you have to figure out a way to do that. And then Lisa, Simon Pegg, and this girl who's with, what was it? IMF? No, that's what Tom Cruise. What was it? She works for MI6 or something? Which I wasn't sure because this is MI6. I forget what the hell she's with, but she was in Rogue Nation, the previous film. She's an ally. Her and Simon Pegg chase after one bomb, Ving Rhames, and Tom Cruise's wife. From part 3, she appears at this other bomb. Tom Cruise is hanging off this helicopter and really falls and almost falls to his death. And gets in one helicopter and they have this insane fucking helicopter chase. Collides with Henry Cavill's. And then it fucking rolls down the mountain and collides with him. And then they're both in one chopper as it's going down the fucking hill. And then they get in a fight scene and fucks Henry Cavill up by getting this hook, which boom right in the Henry Cavill's head. But it all works out at the end. I mean, I'm not. I'm going like through the plot, but check out the film for yourself. It's a damn good action scene. It might have a long running time, but it didn't feel long. And the story's well done. The cast worked well together. Has some nice little snippets of humor. Insane, well done action set pieces. Great stuff. No shaky cam. No, just you tell that they worked their asses off, and I applaud their efforts for it. The one problem I have with that is, like Equalizer 2, bit of false advertising. Like I said with that, I'm tired of this bullshit. There's at least 2 scenes from the trailer that's not in this movie. I think one is when he's like on a ceiling and he's doing a swing. That's not in the movie. And the one that pissed me off the most, my favorite shot in the trailer is not in the movie. Where he's in a helicopter and is going towards that log truck. It's not in the movie. And the reason is bullshit. There's too much action. I'm sorry. When you make an action movie, there's no such thing as too much action. There's not. If someone complains about too much action, they shouldn't watch action movies. That's my honest opinion. If you complain about too much action, you should not be watching action movies. That's why they're called action. So that should not have been taken out of the movie. The truck scene. I was waiting for it to see how it was pan out. Now I'm never going to fucking find out. Unless they put it in the deleted scene on the Blu-ray or something. But that pissed me off. Then I had that log truck where it's bearing towards it. I'm like, well, how's it going to work out? Well, I'm never going to fucking find out. So that sucks. But anyway, other than that, I think it's a damn good movie. It's very well done. Action set piece wise, the plot was intriguing enough to keep me interested to see what would happen next. Has some nice twists and turns. The cast works well together. Even the score is pretty well done compared to how movie scores nowadays are. Just a very satisfying experience. And I would say, yeah, it's there's not many films that are on my best list so far this year, but this is definitely number one. It's just these guys worked their asses off, and I could tell. And I applaud them for it. I really do. So, thanks for watching. Thanks goes out to Tony. Because believe me, it's not every day that someone does that. Believe me, I would love for it to be every day, but it's not going to happen. Because I love to get paid doing this, but that's just not the case. But I appreciate it because, to pay for the movie tickets and stuff. Thanks for watching. Take care, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.